The company we decided to use for our project is Amazon.com. Amazon is an online retail company, the largest internet-based retailer in the United States, and was founded in 1994 in Seattle.
Total assets for Amazon.com Inc. totaled $65,444,000,000 for 2015. There is no allowance for doubtful accounts because payment is provided before receiving the good or service. Goodwill accounts for $3,373,000,000 of intangible assets. Total current liabilities total $33,899,000,000. Accounts payable for 2014 totaled $16,459,000,000. In 2015, accounts payable totaled $20,397,000,000. In 2015, unearned revenue totaled $8,235,000,000. In 2014, unearned revenue totaled $1,823,000,000. Total stockholders' equity for 2015 was $13,384,000,000. Retained earnings for 2015 was $2,545,000,000. Amazon keeps these retained earnings instead of having to give them to stockholders. Gross profit for 2015 was $35,355,000,000. In 2014, it was $26,236,000,000. The gross profit ratio for 2014 was 0.29, whereas in 2015 it was 0.33. The gross profit and profit ratio increased, telling us the company is growing. The earnings per share rose from 2014 from negative 52 cents per share to 2015 to $1.28 per share. Earnings per share more than doubled in that year, showing increased value of perception of the company and showing increased profitability. The P/E ratio is $473.88. This means we can expect higher earnings and growth in the future.
Over the past 12 months, Amazon has produced $8.9 billion of operating cash flow. This cash flow is separated by net income, depreciation and amortization, changing in working capital, depreciation of equipment, including capitalized content. Foreign currency has an effect on cash and cash equivalents, which is the amount of decrease from the effect of exchange rate changes, or on cash and cash equivalents held in foreign currencies. Basic earnings per share is calculated using our weighted average outstanding common shares. Diluted earnings per share is calculated using our weighted average outstanding common shares, including the dilutive effect of stock awards as determined under the Treasury stock method. In periods when we have a net loss, stock awards are excluded from our calculations of earnings per share, as their inclusion would have an anti-dilutive effect. In 2014, we excluded stock awards of $17 million. Cost of sales primarily consists of the purchase price of consumer products, digital media, content costs, where we record revenue, gross, including Prime Video and Prime Music, packaging supplies, sortation and delivery centers, and related equipment costs, and inbound and outbound shipping costs, including where we are the transportation service provider. Shipping costs to receive products from our suppliers are included in our inventory and recognized as the cost of sales upon sales of product to our customers. Payment processing and related transaction costs, including those associated with seller transactions, are classified in fulfillment on our consolidated statements of operations.
Stockholders' equity: 500 million shares of 1 cent par value preferred stock. No outstanding preferred stock. Common shares outstanding plus shares underlying outstanding awards totaled 490 million for 2015. Include all vested and uninvested stock awards outstanding, including those awards we estimate will be forfeited. As of December 31st, 2015, there will be $3.1 billion of net unrecognized compensation costs related to uninvested stock-based compensation arrangements. This compensation is recognized on an unaccelerated basis with approximately half of the compensation expected to be expensed in the next 12 months. And as of weighted average recognition period of 1.1 years. Long-term debt, we have entered into cancelable operating capital and finance leases for equipment and office, fulfillment, sortation, delivery, data center, and renewable energy facilities. Rental expense under operating lease agreements was $1.1 billion for 2015, $6,466 in total commitments of 2016.
I would invest in Amazon because it's the king of the retail online market. Our society is trending away from a brick-and-mortar stores to a click-and-order sites. Amazon's founder, Jeff Bezos, saw this when he created Amazon at the start of the dot-com boom. The price-to-earnings ratio indicates large profits for Amazon, which means large profits for investors as well. Earnings per share have also increased over the years, which is another good sign for investors. In conclusion, I would most definitely invest in Amazon.
I would invest in Amazon because online shopping is such a booming industry. In today's society is becoming so digital and online, the Amazon market is very stable. In long term, I would trust Amazon and their future market value.